Well, happy Thursday, everybody. How we doing? Is it raining in your neck of the woods, or is it a drizzly day? Everything here has been wet all day. Yeah, it was absolutely, we were having a gully washer this morning, so all of our gullies should be clean. Got a couple people in here. Let's see who we have. Wild Ones Homestead. Rebecca Nichols. Wild One's been out in the rain all day. Sunny's Place, Lavender Cottage Farm. Crazed Family Homestead, good afternoon to you. Sean in Alaska. Making lemonade from lemons. His Way Homestead. Missy at Shore Homestead. Got a couple people in here. Good to see you. Real good to see you. So what's new with everybody? Oh. Well, Alaska's a big state. How can you give a big town that people would recognize that you're relatively close to without telling people your street address? North Pole.
I saw the pictures Carrie put on Facebook. I hate it.
Wow. Okay. Sandy's Adventures. I may have missed some folks here, and if I did, I apologize. Geeky Gardens. Single Man. Wild Ones Homestead, we rented an excavator for a week to get some projects done. You can get a lot of stuff done with an excavator in a week's time. I can tell you, even if it's raining. Okay. All right. So as you can see up here on the screen, some of the things we're going to do today, and I recognize most of the names, so most of you have been here before, but if somebody's new, let me just explain very quickly. We have a wheel that we use. If you want to put your name on the wheel, and you folks have to do it. I don't do it for you. If you folks want to put your name on the wheel, if you type exclamation point, is that right? Exclamation point, is that what they call that? Why would they call that a point? I'm asking my English major person over here. You guys don't get to see the looks I'm getting. Exclamation point wheel. Just type that in the chat. And we've got this real cheap bot that seems to be a little bit slow here today. We'll give you a link to a form. Should be giving you a link to, there it is. Okay. So you just click on that link, and that will take you to a form that you put your channel name on. And when you put your channel name on, what happens is your channel name jumps from this form into a spreadsheet. And from that spreadsheet, the wheel, what I'm doing over here right now is I'm linking it. The wheel is linked to that spreadsheet and extracts all of your names from that spreadsheet and puts them on the wheel. So obviously, if you don't want to have your channel looked at or anything, don't put your name on the wheel. But if you do, if you'd like an opportunity, please put your name on the wheel. It just makes it a little bit more fun for everybody. Some of the things we're going to be looking at today at your channel, should you be chosen. The very first thing, obviously, is going to be your channel name. For example, if your personal name is Sue Smith, and you made a channel that's called Sue Smith, that's not a good idea. Not because it's your name, but because there's gazillions of Sue Smiths out there. and to find your channel amongst the thousands of Sue Smiths is just a problem. Another thing we look at your name. Is it easy to spell? Is it, or do you use something odd in the spelling where you trade letters around, C's for K's, and I think you kind of get the idea. If you do something like that, that's okay. But keep in mind, if you're advertising your channel, you want to be able to tell somebody what your channel name is. It needs to be easily remembered and easy to spell. If you, although it hasn't happened here yet this year, but if you went to a big YouTube homesteading meetup or some meetup somewhere, it doesn't have to be homesteading, some function, and you met somebody there and you're talking about YouTube and you go, yeah, I got a YouTube channel, and it's abzs.com or ABC's interventions or something, I don't know, ABC channel or whatever the name of it is. Are they going to be able to remember it? Are they going to be able to spell your channel? So we look at things like that. That's the reason I asked for you to put your name on the wheel of the channel, because that's how I'm going to find your channel, by the name there. We're going to do a Google YouTube search for your channel and come up with it. And of course, YouTube took the ability away for just doing the click on to the right of the name and go to channel. Now there is a what do they call that program that you have installed that will take you to the channel some of the times? Extension, some sort of web extension. Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's called Go To Channel. It is a Google extension, but I'm going to say at best it works about 50% of the time, maybe a little more, I don't know. So it's not 100% accurate, but at least somebody did step up and try to make it a little better. Let's see, we've had a few more come in here. Britton Farm, Organic Raw Roots Farm. Single Man, I think I saw you before. So, all right, so we're going to look at the channel name. We're going to look at the channel art, which includes the banner and your icon. That icon is that little round dot that's to the side of your name here in the chat. That's also incorporated into your channel homepage and channel presentation. We're going to take a look at your channel description. Make sure you have your email in there. It's very, very important. And if you have additional links, where the links can not only be, you can have a lot of links on that page, and you have the ability to share up to 5 of those links to automatically have them show up on the banner. We're going to see if you have playlists in there. We'll talk about some do's and don'ts. Oh, then we're going to get to some of the fun stuff. Thumbnails. We're going to look at the thumbnails on your videos. Now, well, shoot. Let me just give you a real quick example here. I have a YouTube page up here that is not signed in, because that's how we do all of our searching for your channel. We do that for a reason. We'll explain that here in just a moment. But let me bring it over here. Okay, this is a not signed in YouTube page, but I want to make a point about the thumbnails on this page. I want you to pay attention and see what you're looking at. You're looking at close facial recognition. Close facial recognition, really never more than 2 primary items in the thumbnail. In some cases, it uses a versus, so it indicates the type of a challenge or comparison. And it doesn't always have to show emotion or whatever. But if you look at this last one on the right, boy, that's an expression. And the thing I really want you to look at is look at the amount of views these videos have obtained. I mean, the top one now, granted, Davey504, he's got 4 million subscribers or something, but he's also got 4 million views on this video. This next one, the Versus one, it's got 172,000 views. To me, I want to have videos with 172,000 views. If we can get that tonight, we'll send everybody in here right now a t-shirt that can get us to 172,000 views on this tonight. What do you think, hon? She's not answering me. She's just looking at me.
I'm trying to find a request that Emma sent me that just now. What now? What did you say?
I said if we can get 172,000 views in here tonight.
Hell, I'd be happy to get 100 subscribers in there. They can't hear me anyway, but...
I can make it so they can.
Did you not see the post I put the other day about that Mexican grandma that was already up to 1 million subscribers? She just started YouTube.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
What's her spiel?
It's all in Spanish, first of all.
It's all Spanish.
I can't understand it.
Well, then all we need to get is 1 million.
But she cooks. I mean, that's all she does.
We need to get 1 million Spanish subscribers that we can't understand. Then.
Okay.
Does that work? Okay. But you look over here, this next one, 1.1 million, and of course, the last one with the young man in the RC truck, 1.5 million. I want to talk about thumbnails for a couple reasons. And most of you, I'm assuming, know a gentleman by the name of Daryl Eves. He's an instructor. He consults with. He's known by all the big YouTubers. All the big YouTubers know him. He has helped a multitude of channels become million subscriber channels. He just put out a video just a couple days ago, and I'm going to bring it up over here because I want you to pay attention. Let me grab it here. Okay. The best YouTube thumbnails that will get you more views. It's a 15-minute video. I want you to note the gold behind him on the wall, and the platinum and the silver and all of the YouTube awards that he has gotten. I mean, the guy is definitely somebody to be listened to. He's been around for a long time, and YouTube is his deal. Now, having said that, and I find this absolutely amazing, it seems like the more in-depth he talks about here's different things you can do, here's different ways to help you, the fewer views he gets. He's only got 7,200 views on this video as of just a little bit ago. I just pulled this up. But if you really want to get some insight on thumbnails, this is a great video for you to look at, and it gives you examples. Of course, this is that fellow that does all the camera stuff, one of his thumbnails. And he gives you some great examples, not to be copied, but just to learn from. So I wanted to share this. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link to this in the chat. Daryl Eves is his name, and the link is in the chat right now.
Monday is here.
All right. So we're going to take a peek at your thumbnails. We're going to look at how your channel presents itself. And what we mean by that is the layout. Is it just the way that YouTube gives it to you as a default, or have you actually dressed it up to make it fancier, to make it yours? We're going to see if you have a channel trailer, and of course featured videos. There's places for both of those to be shown on your channel. So having said all of the above, I think it's time we get the wheel over here, because we got a few names on the wheel. And let's get this spinning, and let's see who is going to be our first individual to talk about on the show here tonight. Here we go. All right. We have Smudge still wearing his mask here. And is everybody remaining covered? Okay. Is it still social distancing in your area, or is your area starting to open back up? Even where it has opened back up here, everybody is still covered, which is probably a good thing. But I don't know about the... Don't you think it's a good thing most of these people are covered in? Okay. Go spin the wheel. Gemini Homestead. How you doing? His Way Homestead. I want to be picked, but I don't want to be picked. That's okay. We don't pick on you. Little Mountain Life. Little Mountain Life. Okay, Sherry just showed me an article here.
This is what I was talking about. Emma said you can try something.
There is a wait a minute, let me read the title. There's a Mexican grandmother creates a YouTube channel to teach homemade recipes. It already has 265,000 subscribers. If you want to grab that link and throw it in there for them, they can go look at that. So, yeah. Somebody new, 265,000, 250,000 subscribers in apparently a very, very short time. So anyway, we are socially distancing properly. Little Mountain Life, you have been chosen. So let's go find your channel. There we go. We're up on the screen, and here goes our search. Little Mountain Life. Found it right away. I like your little icon over here on the left. It has your name on it. I'm not sure what the picture is, but not that really matters. It's got your name on it. It's very simple. Let's go look at your channel. Okay. Again, the banner is very simple. It's very plain, and it's right to the point. It has your name on it. It looks great. Throw some color on there, and you do have a trailer video in here, 1 minute and 13 seconds long, which is a great length. We always tell you that the trailer should never exceed 3 minutes. Should be somewhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes. Some people will tell you it should be between 30 and 90 seconds. But as homesteaders, we generally have a little more to talk about, so we kind of stress it out to 3 minutes. That trailer video, that's just a quick video to introduce yourself, tell folks a little bit about what to expect on your channel, if you got a family thing, and I can already tell that there's just all kinds of energy going out of this channel trailer, so this looks like a great job on that. And I see that Obviously, your channel trailer goes into your regular video area, and I saw that you put an end screen on that channel trailer, which a lot of people wouldn't do, but that's a great little ploy there. Let's jump back to the About page and take a look at your description. It reads as follows. Welcome. We are a family of 4 kicking it on our little mountain in Northern Virginia. We sold our townhouse in suburbia in the spring of 2018 and have been living in a 27-foot camper while we build our home and begin our homestead. While working full-time jobs, what could possibly go wrong? Join us as we document the adventure. All right, let's talk about your description here just for a moment. To be honest, I think the welcome is not needed. I mean, it's a nice touch if you need the space. I like what you're saying here. I really do. You give it area that you're in. But let me enhance it just a little bit. Okay, family of 4, perfect. Northern Virginia. Sold our townhouse in suburbia in the spring 18, and instead of now's the time you can start elaborate a little bit more. And we purchased our 600 acres that we are currently living in a 27-foot camper while we're building our 4,300 square foot house. Now, I obviously embellish numbers there, but I think you get the point. Add some interest, add some more factual areas there. Some of the there's some grammatical errors in this. 27-foot camper while we built our home. Then you said period, then and begin our homestead, period. There's just keep it simple. Make it flow. Try not to have more than 3 lines per paragraph, and try to have 3 to 4 paragraphs if you can. You have this follow us on Facebook. That's not necessary. And at Little Mountain Life, that's not helping anybody at all. That's just extra words thrown on the page. That's not a hot spot. Is somebody going to copy and click this? They're going to go at Little Mountain Life. Well, then they're going to have to go to Facebook. You got a link down here to Facebook. That's all you need. You do have your email address there. Great to see. So you have links to Facebook and Instagram. Those are perfect. So I'd say just kind of round out your description up here on the top a little bit more. Keep it interesting. Try to never have more than 3 lines. Some great examples are Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, for example. They are great examples to follow from. Kira's channel is
Homestead Dreaming.
Homestead Dreaming. Homestead Dreaming is another, and she's probably in here.
No, that was here.
Okay, well, Homestead Dreaming is another great one to look at. Lippy, you're doing just fine. Just hang on there. We'll get you going here.
She's talking to me.
Okay, well, I see she says she's on her laptop for the first time.
Oh.
Be careful. Don't fall off that laptop. We don't want to see you get hurt.
Well, it's a Mac, too, remember?
Well, I better be careful. I hear Max bite.
It's in her navigator.
All right. So, nicely done here. We'll jump back to playlists, and you have a few of those. And I'm going to just glance at a couple of these. I want to see if you remember to put descriptions, and you do have a very short description here, which is great. So let's go look at another one. and I'm going to say that the other two probably has it as well. So you always want to remember to put that description in there. Jump back, take a quick peek at your thumbnails on your videos. Now let me maximize the space we can look at here. And there's the last. Jumped on me. There we go. There's the last 18 videos. And folks, I like to bring it up this way so that you're looking at a whole page of thumbnails. Just for you to look at this and say, which one of these pictures catches my eye, draws my eye the best? Which one raises my curiosity? Well, out of these 18, right away, there's the first one that I see that I want to go look at closer is this one that says I quit my job. It's this one right here. Big letters, quit my job. I want to talk just a little bit more about this. I'm sure this is not clickbait at all. But what you've done here is in the thumbnail, you put the text, I quit my job, and then in the title, quitting my job to homestead. Well, in essence, that's almost duplication. So, and I just want you to consider this once. On a thumbnail, if you choose to put text on it, the text needs to enhance the substance behind the thumbnail. It's so perhaps a way to enhance this, rather than to have the text on there that says I quit my job. On the thumbnail, if you just in big bold bright letters said jobless with an exclamation point or something that just jumps out the page at you, jobless, and then for your title, what you just have, quitting my job to homestead, that's fine. The jobless will draw the eye, and it's not enough to really give the substance of the video, but it's enough to catch attention, and that's what you want to do. That's not clickbait. Clickbait is if you said fired from my job, or I think maybe you get the idea of what I'm talking about. The clickbait is something where you're not delivering on what you've stated. So overall, I very, very much like your thumbnails. You have made the text in the thumbnails large enough to read. You stayed away from that lower right-hand corner with one exception. We'll just and that was 18 videos ago. Let me just bring my magnifying glass up here. Right here on this one, if you notice that lower right-hand corner, that space belongs to YouTube. Anything you put on a thumbnail that shows up in that space will be covered up. Unfortunately, it's just the last three letters of this last word. And it's kind of it's not hurting anything in this particular case, but in some cases it could. I think in a lot of cases, you're putting too much into your verbiage on your thumbnail. That's an opinion, but I do want you to consider it. Okay, let's go back and look at your first page. You have, oh, goody, we get to talk about this. How many videos do you have? I forgot to look. This isn't going to give me a number, but it's going to tell me pretty quick. Okay. You got a good amount of videos. All right. Let's go back to your homepage here. Number one, you've taken the time. You've absolutely taken the time to make this yours. And that is the big plus. But now let's truly make it yours. You've gone in and you've created a new area here above the uploads, which to me that's fantastic because everybody starts out with this uploads. Everybody has it. So you've created a new area. And of course, when you do that, YouTube gives you many different options. And you chose one that just says create a playlist. And it just throws all your playlists out there. No more information. It's almost like buy a bundle package in a store. You're not getting all the information that could be had. If you were to create individual containers for each of these playlists, in the first place, what that does is it shows the playlist and it shows the first 4 or 5 videos in that playlist, either in a horizontal or vertical format, your choice. It also shows that all-important playlist description that we talked about. And now, instead of just having one generic container that says create a playlist, you've got 4 customizable containers that you can put up here that's spread out all this information, gives you an area that you can convey to people, the descriptions on all these playlists. It just makes it more personable. That's what I'd like to see a change on this. All in all, great job. Nice channel, folks. They've got over 2,500 subscribers. And go check them out. Little Mountain Life out of Virginia. So let's go back to the wheel and let's get another channel. Little Mountain Life, thank you for stopping by here. Appreciate seeing you and hope that maybe we helped in some way and hope that some of these people jump over and not only check you out but subscribe, and maybe you can participate with some of them in an upcoming collaboration. His Way Homestead is next. All right. His Way Homestead. His Way Homestead has 703 subscribers, 115 videos. The title of the channel stands out completely in the icon. Nice job there. And look at that banner. Nicely done. Got some color in it, but it's another one of these that's simple to the point, easy to look at, and got your name on it there. Nicely done. What am I not seeing here? I'm not seeing a channel trailer. So, channel trailer, a short video that introduces yourself and your channel. 30 seconds to no more than 3 minutes in length. And place that in the proper location. It will not only be located right here to anybody that comes to your channel that is not subscribed, but it will automatically play. They don't even have to click on anything. So His Way Homestead, let's go check out the About page. Description reads as follows. We are a single-family homestead that is going back to basics, exploring traditional ways, and most of all, trying to do everything God's way. We learned a lot over the years and have more to learn. Come join us in our journey, and we'll grow and learn and be better for it. And remember, His way is the best way. If you would like to send us something via snail mail, send to in a post office box, and you are in Mississippi? Yeah, Mississippi. If you'd like to support our channel by giving a donation, please send to, okay. And you do have an email address in here. So let's just talk about your description here for just a moment. Everything you say here is fine, wonderful, but let's expand a little bit more. I still have no idea what I'm expect to find on your channel. Are you do gardening? Do you do construction? Is this a fishing channel? There's nothing here as of yet. So in the description, try to make your description no more than 3 lines per paragraph. Have 3 to 4 paragraphs telling a little about you, your location, and what people could expect to see. If you live on 75 acres, put on our homestead of 75 acres. If you live in a tree house, watch our amazing videos on life in a tree house. The whole point here is tell a little bit about yourself. Nothing wrong with having a snail mail address if you choose to have that there. Of course, everybody can see what it is. I mean, I see this. I know it's your address. And so I'm not sure the line above it means anything. I'm only saying that in the event you need extra space after elaborating more in your description. This next part here, I think you should just have your PayPal link down here in the links. And that's all you have to put. Anybody that's been on YouTube for more than a week is going to know if they see a PayPal link on a channel, that is a place where that person graciously accepts any donation that somebody would like to make to their channel for whatever the case may be, whether it be to improve equipment, just because, hey, we really like what you're doing. We certainly appreciate that. Matter of fact, you guys would have absolutely no issues from me whatsoever if everybody in here gave us a $50 super chat right now. Would just, I'd go, wow, this is great. So you don't have to ask for it. And I purposely said $50 because that's not going to happen. If I would have said a 99-cent, well, a lot of you might have done that. So it's not necessary. But it certainly is always appreciated. I see we've got some more people joining us. Tigger Bouncing, Copper Kettle Farms. Hello. And if I missed you, I apologize. But, so that's what I would do. Getting back to His Way Homestead. Add that down here to your, they give you a place to do that. If you have a Facebook channel, by all means put that down here. If you have Instagram, Twitter, if you have your own website, anything like that, get that down in the links section here. And you have an option then in that links that up to 5 of them can also be displayed on your banner across every page within your site here. Jump back, see if you have any playlists, and you've got some playlists. You have a lot of playlists. All right, so let's just randomly grab a couple. I'm going to open them up here in a new window. Okay, you have a playlist here called Beekeeping, but there's absolutely no description here. So, descriptions are vitally important to playlists, just like would you really create a video that has no description? It's the same thing. The playlist is simply a group of videos, and it warrants its own description. So this one is missing. Let's try another one. I always try to open up two. Now this one has it. Looky here. This one has a description. So it could be that on this other one, this beekeeping one, maybe you just forgot to add it. I go back and catch it. And check your other ones. Take a peek at your thumbnails on your videos here. Let's get the last 18 of them on the page. All right. So based upon what we talked about at the very beginning of the show, does anybody see any issues with any of the thumbnails that are here? I'm going to say you have 3, maybe 4 thumbnails here, in my opinion, stand out from all the rest. The rest of them are just kind of fall into this jumbled area of thumbnails. But your thumbnail picture should always be a high definition picture. It should be something bright, colorful. It needs to be noticed. Now, these all happen to be your thumbnails, but what if one of these was on a whole page of random thumbnails? You know, is there something there that would get somebody to click on your thumbnail? So you can almost always count on things like good close-up pictures, smiles. I think you have maybe too many people in here, but maybe not. By having the one good close-up, I think that's wonderful. This one with all of the rabbits, I don't know. I mean, just glancing at it, it's not compelling to me. The bee box. Just as a thought, if the bee box was more off to the side and your face was here behind a beekeeping hat, to me that would just charge this thumbnail a little bit better. Here you're kind of almost off-centered. So I think your thumbnails could use a little bit of work. You want to know the good part? You can always change these. You can always go in. Things you can do to your video after the fact, after you've had your video uploaded. You can always go in and change the thumbnail. You can always go in and change the title. You can always go in and add informational screens, add end screens. You can always go in and change keywords. All these things you can do without penalty, provided, of course, you're actually making an improvement. If you had a video that's performing fairly well and you put a lousy thumbnail on it, well, that's kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And it's always is the initial hit is when it does the best. However, and I don't know if they're in here right now, but it is quite possible for you to put out a video that just, it captures a few views to get started, and then after it's been out there for a little bit, maybe you make a change, maybe you haven't, but for some reason it gains traction and just starts taking off.
Sandy and Jennifer want to know what constitutes clickbait.
Okay. What constitutes...
Female cleavage showing and nothing sexy in the video. Too many of those.
Okay, and I'm sure that's what a lot of female thoughts would be, was as if they...
This was Homestead channel.
Well, and still does. Being real blunt about it, the sex sells. So, if you put a picture of an attractive girl that is showing more cleavage than what she should be showing in most cases, and maybe is on a beach, and has this beach scene or whatever, but there's absolutely nothing in the video that has to do with her being in a bikini or a beach scene. In other words, if the thumbnail is not at all relative to the thumbnail and is just designed there as a picture to grab somebody's eye, to grab attention, to get them to click, that is clickbait. Now, the other side of that coin, if you're making a video about maybe Daytona Beach, it could be perfectly fine to have an attractive girl in a bikini swimsuit at the beach that, hey, we're on vacation to Daytona Beach, and this is what you see here. It fits. It's not, at that point, it's not clickbait. All right. Mama Z, hello. Rebecca Nichols, hello. Wide Family Farm, hello. I think I saw Dutch in here.
Oh, he's not on the wheel because he's at work.
Oh, okay. And if I missed your name, I apologize, but we certainly thank you for being here. All right, getting back to...
Sorry.
Jason keeps telling me I need to put Donald in a grass bikini or something in my videos. Okay, well.
Did you read Wide Family Farm?
I did a nice leg when I did the peep show. All right. So see, it's making you think.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are back to His Way Homestead. Let's go to their homepage. I already mentioned the trailer video. You should probably go ahead and do that. You have modified this. You've got some of your playlists down here, and I'm going to say you have done a nice job with that. I am going to point out that when you do your playlists individually, if you have descriptions, this is where it shows. So, and I just want to jump back through because I know that the one didn't have a description, but it doesn't look like maybe you have that on this page, and maybe that's why you missed it. Okay, His Way Homestead. Thank you so much for being here. It got 706 subscribers, at least wise it did as of the time this page was last refreshed. Please go check out their channel. If you see something you like, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. We're not telling you to do that. We're just simply saying if you see something you like and want to see more of it, it doesn't hurt to watch them for a while. So His Way Homestead, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate seeing you. Let's go get the wheel going and get another name. It's Farmer Brad. How's things in Indiana? And they were just added to the wheel as it was spinning. Back to Rootstead has also just been added to the wheel. Allen Farm is the next up. And Allen Farm comes right in here. Looks like a newer channel. They got 114 subscribers. They got 36 videos. And they have a banner that looks like what the skies looked like early this morning. New videos every Friday. Allen Farm. I will just make a very quick thing here. This is not picking on your banner, although your banner does touch on exhibiting this. Sometimes, if there's not enough contrast between the color of the text and the background of the image that the text is on, it has a tendency to just eat the words. Makes it hard to see. If you find yourself in that situation, there are different ways you can fix it. One way is a contrasting color border on your letters. Another way is to put I'm going to call it like a paint patch or some other contrasting color behind the text. I want you just to consider how much easier it would be to read this new videos every Friday. This part, right up here, if those letters were, say, outlined in a contrasting color, it'd make it jump out. Now, having said that, there's a couple things else. There are a couple other things about this. Any type of a script is a little bit tougher to read. It's a little bit tougher to read. And you have script letters here, and yet they're not connected. And although it looks very nice, it makes it just a little bit tougher to read. So it's just a consideration. But Allen Farm, that looks good. You have got a trailer video down here that's 37 seconds in length. And it looks like you have a nice description alongside that. Let's jump back to the About page and see what you have to say back here. It reads as follows. Welcome to my channel. To introduce myself, my name is Rayanne. I'm a young adult working on my small garden and raising chickens in North Louisiana. I started gardening at the age of 8, and I never stopped. Once my grandfather was unable to help me, I took it upon myself to share what I love with others who are unsure of where to start. I am here to tell you, start where you are. I have huge dreams of having a self-sustainable homestead in the future. Right now I live in the middle of the city. I'm making the most of it. If you would like to join along with my journey, please subscribe. Nice little write-up. All right, in reading this, I like what I've read, but some of the immediate questions that come to mind, in my mind, is, okay, I started gardening at the age of 8, never stopped. Not to tell your age, but if you could expand on that a little bit, like that was over 50 years ago. I'm teasing. It says you're a young adult. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm an old fart. I don't know what a young adult is. Is a young adult in teens, or is it in the mid-20s, or young adult considered to be 30s? Again, I'm an old fart, so I'm not sure where I'm going with that. But I guess I'd like to see this, again, spread out a little bit. Different things you could put in here, irregardless that you're in town and doing this in town. If you were to put in here that you are gardening in raised bed gardens or in-ground gardening or container gardening, what growing zone you're in, what are you growing? Are you growing vegetables? Are you growing fruits? I mean, you could have a fruit garden. You could have an orchard of sorts. Is she growing cats? Email addresses here properly. You have links to Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So, Allen Farm. I guess I'd just like to see a little bit more.
She says, I get what you're saying. I'll add something to elaborate on it.
Okay, great. I just think this would certainly not hurt. Will it do to help? I can't say, but let's see if you have any playlists. And you've got a few playlists. So I'm going to just open a couple here at random. Look at that beautiful description. Great. Good job. Wow, chocolate Christmas candy. Well, I picked a good one to look at here, didn't I? All right, and let's look at fall garden. Well, little light on the description, but you do have a description here. Wonderful. All right. Take a look at your videos. Let me pull that down just a little further. We'll get 6 more on the screen for you folks. All right. Okay. Just a couple comments. And as I make comments on yours, keep in mind the comments we've made on others. And keep in mind that everything we talk about is in generalizations. I'm not doing anything specific necessarily. If I see something that really jumps out, I can say this should not be. And I'm going to say that on a couple things here. Let me get my magnifying glass out. Notice down here you have verbiage. Number one, it's very hard to read because it blends in, but it's also hidden on the lower right-hand corner because it's behind that timestamp. So that lower right-hand corner is always YouTube. Do not put anything there. YouTube will cover it. You have that also on this one. The verbiage is hidden behind the timestamp. Some where the verbiage is hard to read. The one I'm on right now. This green is, and then there's another color verbiage here. It just, there's not enough contrast. It's, if you get it big enough, it's easy to see. I'm not sure you can count verbiage on a shirt because that's just a picture of you, but on some of these where you have added verbiage onto the thumbnail, it blends in too much. Now this one, This one is the easiest one, I think, to read. The Riley Approved is also easy to read, and Allen Farm is also very easy to read. But this one, without doing a second take, it appears to say, look at this. The L just blends into the background. It's very difficult to see. Some of these, the lighting can be improved upon. Now, you can't always take a picture that if the picture is rough around the edges to begin with, you cannot always enhance it enough within a photo editing program. But many of these you can. Dark shadows, lower side of the face here, it makes it tough to see. This one, you're very much in the shadows. It's just darker, it's tough to see. Different things to look at like that. Okay, so that's pretty much where we're at. If we scroll down further, we kind of see the same thing going on here. So I think your thumbnails could be stepped up just a little bit. And let me get this back over, since we have a number of people in the room that were not here earlier. I'm referring back to a video that was just put out a couple days ago by Daryl Eves. Daryl Eves is a YouTube educator. They consult with channels. He commands a large dollar amount for personal consultation. You can see in the background behind him, he has all kinds of YouTube awards. He has helped many, many, many channels, and he just put out a wonderful video here that talks about thumbnails just a couple days ago. I'm going to add that to the chat here in just a moment. I have to take it back off the screen, but this is the video from Daryl Eves. Let me add a link to that in the chat. Okay. So I just added a link there. Take a couple moments and go give that video a look. He talks about thumbnails, different things to do, gives you comparisons, gives you examples, and he's a master at it. So by all means, check him out on that. All right, where are we at? We're back here on Allen Farm. Let's go back to your home page and see what you've done there. Okay, you have modified your front page, and let's talk just for a moment what you've done. You have you've done away with the default uploaded videos, and I commend you for that, because everybody has that. So that instantly makes your page different. Here's what I don't like what you did. You, rather than single out some of your playlists, you've used that big old generic container that just says create a playlist and bunches them all together, does not show any of your descriptions, and is like, it's like a container sale at a store. You just jumbles them all together and get it by the box full, instead of looking at every one that you really want out there. So do your playlists individually. Dress up your page. Do some horizontal, do some vertical. great examples of this. The channel Homestead Dreaming, the channel Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. They're just absolutely wonderful examples of how to do that. You've also used a default container that YouTube has supplied you with that says popular uploads. I find a couple things really that I don't like about popular uploads, especially on a channel that's maybe been around for a while. Let's say you've had a channel for an active YouTube channel for 6 years, and you've never had a video that's gone quote unquote viral. They all get 150, 200, 250 views. It's been that way forever. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're putting out information in your context, and that's fine. But in doing that, here's where the problem is. The older the video, the more views it's going to have, just because of age, and that's what it shows under popular uploads. So all your popular uploads are old videos. And if people are paying any attention to this, they're going to say, oh, well, let's see, 9 months ago. This one's seven months old, and this one's 6 months old. What did he do last week? Or haven't they done anything since then? Now, yours isn't so bad because your channel's not that old, but just turn this around. Oh, this was 9 years ago, and this one was 7 years ago, and this one was 6 years ago. I think you see where I'm going with that. Popular uploads, I do not feel help you in any way, shape, or form. If anybody wants to see your videos listed by popular uploads, they would go to your videos and they would simply sort them in that fashion. Okay. Alan Farm, I want to thank you so much for being here. I hope that you maybe agree with or take to heart some of the things we talked about. I think that that you've got an excellent start on what you're doing here, and it's so glad to see a young person still in school, college. Did you say? Mm-hmm. Still in college, and is. Started at 117. Let's see if it went up. So I'm at 117. Okay. So everybody in the chat, by all means, go give her a look. Alan Farms. Like I say, it's good to see a young person sticking with this and go with it. So, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you're here next week and every week. Where am I at? I gotta jump back up to this screen with the wheel. Mountain Trail Homestead. Mountain Trail Homestead. They're not showing up. We'll give them just a few minutes here. Mountain Trail Homestead, 136 subscribers, 33 videos. Obviously a newer channel. They do have a channel trailer in here. It's a little bit on the long side. It's approaching 6 minutes in length. A short tour of our 1.5 acre homestead. Let's look at the about page very quickly. Have they shown up here at all?
No.
Okay. And again, if you're here, we'll try to spend more time. You were here because your name is on the wheel, and so we're not going to ignore you, but we.
Alan Farm went up to 748 in 717.
Wow. Okay. Mountain Trail Homestead. Without reading the entire description here, they are in Pennsylvania. It's an 1.5 acre homestead. They do have an email address listed. They do have links to Facebook and Instagram. Their first paragraph is a little bit long. Should not be more than. We'll give I stretched it out. Should not be more than 3 lines in length before an extra one, but all in all, very good. Let's briefly talk about the banner. Has her name on it. That's centered. That's going to show up on all devices. What they may or may not be aware of is about right here and about right here, close to those areas. This area is not going to show up on a phone. So the picture of the young man here and his son, and I'm guessing it's the spouse on this side, they're not even going to show up on a phone. So if the intent was to do that, that's fine. But I'm going to say it doesn't degrade well, because I would think that you'd want those images up there. The email address is here. The links are here. That's all fine and good. They have playlists. We're going to very quickly just say, do you have past description? So we're going to assume the other ones do as well. Quick peek at the videos. They still haven't shown up. On the videos, those that they do have text on, looks good. They did make the lower right-hand corner here, where the timestamp is covered up verbiage, almost covered up verbiage. So a couple just to be cautious of. Some of these, well, I just gotta say, I don't follow where they're going with this. This particular one, there's no verbiage on this. The picture, is there anything here that would draw my eye to it to want to click on it? And I'm going to say I don't see it. I don't see it in this one. This one, anytime you see comparisons versus, well, I think that's a good thing. I like this candling duck eggs. That's very interesting thumbnail. Dog in the swimming pool. That's cool. But there's a few of these I'm not so sure of, and there's also some that are a little bit dark. So I'm going to say they can overall use a little bit of work on some of your thumbnails. Front page uploads the default container, and you have this dreaded create a playlist thing. Just do each one of these individually. Spread them out. Make your page look better. Make sure that you have descriptions out there, and it's just going to give you a fuller front page. Mountain Trail Homestead, thank you so much for being here. I understand it's around dinner time, and maybe you had to go eat dinner. And I hope you come back and check this out, what we briefly talked about. In the interim, we're going to go grab another channel, because we want to get to some folks that are here in the chat. Boy, just Crooked Woods Family Orchard. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. Okay. And they got a tree for an icon or logo here. 418 subscribers. They got 58 videos. Nice looking.
Isn't that a neat name, Crystal?
Nice looking banner here. Crooked Woods Family Orchard. They have a 1 minute and 44-second channel trailer here, and so that's definitely a good length. Titled "This Is Us," so I'm going to make the assumption based upon what I'm just glancing at over here, some pumpkin chucking, and looks like ducks and chicks. Some tractor shots and riding around, and so I'm going to say give them a big plus on that. All right, let's go to the About page. In the summer of 2019, we decided to move from Phoenix, Arizona to southeastern Arizona, USDA Zone 8, and buy a beautiful old farm and 160 acres to play on. Then in September 2019, our dreams all went up in smoke as the place, it burned to the ground. Thankfully, no one was hurt, and stuff can always be replaced. And they have a list, if you would, here. Number 1, we need to rebuild home once the insurance gets figured out. Number 2, clean up the property. There is 60 years of trash everywhere. Number 3, figure out the wells water situation. 4 wells we know. 1 works great, but not sure about the others. Number 4, get my kids some animals. We have 8 children, and they all want their own chickens, ducks, turkeys, and pigs. We'll see what happens. And number 5, start our fruit nut orchard. This one is for me a dream I have had ever since I can remember, my own little nutty forest. Not necessarily in that order, wish us luck. Okay. Definitely different, and you definitely have this story to tell because of situations that have occurred. Have they popped up here in the chat at all? All right. Email address is here. They have links to PayPal, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Take a peek at their playlists. They have a few. Only because I see fire on this last one, I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. No description. The one where we burned the wieners. Okay. Well, sheep. So just some family videos here, but there's no description. Let's open up our animals. Now this one has a very short description in it. So do put descriptions on your playlists. On your playlists, do not have private videos. Do not have other people's videos unless it's a collaboration. But pull these videos. It just doesn't look good to an individual. They go into a playlist and they run across private videos or videos that don't belong to you, or maybe have something that just doesn't belong there. On the video page, let's look at some of the thumbnails. Okay. Same problem here with some of these. The lower right-hand corner timestamp is over top of the text, over top of the text, over top of the text. Not enough to hinder it, but it's still over top of the text. So in the past 18 videos, 4 or 5 of them, you have that issue. They all look pretty good as far as brightness, but some of these, if you just zoom in a little closer, some of these are fantastic, good facial expressions. I think you have, without question, you got a winning smile here. This is a tough one down here. We'll get the thumbnail back out. This is tough because you're inside of a vehicle, a lot of shadows. It's very tough to get a picture like this to make it pop, but it can be done. And shadows is what the problem is. I like this one. We were robbed. I got a picture of the sheriff's car here. Out of everything on this page, this is the one I would probably go click on the first because it perks my interest. What happened? Okay. All in all, good job. If you modified your home page, upload this here, and you put in you put in a couple of your playlists. So absolutely, nice job. I wish you were still in the chat, but I haven't seen you pop up. And so we are going to move on rather than maybe delve a little bit deeper. Let's get another willing participant up here. Give the wheel a spin, see where it lands. And it just missed Sean and landed on Sandy's Adventures. Sandy's Adventures, 790 subscribers, 96 videos. Nice big smile on that avatar / thumbnail, and we instantly have a problem, Sandy. I'm sorry, we have a problem. She in here?
She was earlier.
Okay, Sandy's Adventures.
Right there she is.
Your banner. Let me get my little let me get my highlighter tool here. Because of the way YouTube does things, and they have to do this because they have.
She says, "No banner."
It's going to be cut off somewhere about where I put this red line in right in this particular area here. So these areas off to the side are not going to show up on a phone. And I don't know what your percentage is of people that view your channel on a phone, but it's higher than most people think it is. The overall content is wonderful. I'm going to say it just needs to have a little bit of rearranging to make it a little better. You're going to want to move your Sandy's Adventures more into the center and perhaps superimpose your picture, maybe trim it down a little bit, and maybe put your face in between Sandy's adventures, perhaps. I don't know. A couple different ways it could be approached, but right now this is not good. I don't see a trailer video. I don't see your advertisement for your channel. So by all means, take a little bit of time, get together a short video, 30 seconds to no more than 3 minutes, as to a little bit of information about you and what people can expect to see on your channel. It can include such things as, I'm going to upload 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm going to talk all about everything I do, every trip to the grocery store, whatever your content is going to be within your channel. And obviously, not what I said, but the whole point is to make you, give you ideas to listen and create the content. Let's jump back to your About page, see what the description reads, and it is as follows. Welcome to my channel. I'm Sandy, and I am on a mission in life to see, learn, do, and teach as many things as I can before it's too late. I'm a big fan of self-healing, eating, cleaner, and recycling. If you are asking, I believe in God and Santa Claus. That's the same person, is it not? I'm also a very proud supporter of our military men and women. On my channel, you will find my travel adventures as well as my gardening and homesteading shenanigans. My 3.5 acre homestead is in southeast Georgia. It was an old plant nursery that I am trying to clean up and grow plants as well as my fruits and vegetables. I hope you enjoy the journey with me. Okay. This last line on here for your Facebook thing, I would just delete it. The couple problems with it. There is no hotspot clickable areas in this. If somebody really wanted to, I understand you have your link here, but in order to go there, it's going to have to be highlighted and used to go to or copied and pasted into another window. It doesn't work. Just put things in here. Utilize this space for things that work. Come up with another paragraph of things. Your email is properly here, and you have a link down here to Facebook. If you have any other social media platforms, by all means add them. Twitter, Instagram, maybe your own website. Let's go see what you have in the way of playlists. You got a couple. All right. I'm going to just randomly open up here a couple. See if you have descriptions, and you have a nice description here on this travel one. And I like what you've started out with. Where is Sandy now? Well, you might get a headache trying to keep up with my schedule. You have a video in here that it sticks out like a sore thumb. Anytime somebody jumps into a playlist and they see things like private video or deleted video, it's a turnoff. It's almost like a scuff on the side of a car. So I would take this video out of here. Let's go look at another one. And I'm going here for a reason, because it says collaborations. Now, because it says collaborations, I'm fully expecting that the description gives me more information, tells me what these collaborations are about. I'm also fully expecting the majority of these videos to be other channels. Let's find out. I love getting together with other channels. Together we can create special content for you to enjoy and learn from. Well, that's pretty good. Okay. Well, let's look here. You have 6 videos in here. These are all yours. Where's all the other channels? I don't see them. These are all yours. This is the only time when you are doing a collaboration with another channel. That's the only time where not only is it pertinent to put other channels on your page, but one would expect to see it there. Now, I'm gonna just pull up one more. Let's do reduce, reuse, and recycle series. Nice description. Very good. Lots of pluses there. Let's go look at some of your thumbnails in your videos. We'll get the last. For some reason, that's just jumping here today. Trying to get the last 18 of them up for everybody here to see. Okay. Let's just talk about your thumbnails here. Number one, hey, you got a great smile. Use it. And you have here in a lot of cases. So you have some real positive, and then you've got some things that are just off to the backside. So it's always easier to criticize than it is to talk good. So let's criticize first. Here we have one that you have verbiage in the lower right hand corner, so it's fallen behind the timestamp. Fallen behind the timestamp, lower right hand corner. Hidden behind the timestamp. Doesn't look like there's a word there, but it's getting very, very close. Hidden behind the timestamp. Hidden behind the timestamp. So that lower right hand corner, you just can't put anything there. Now let's talk a little bit about this one. With the magnifying glass, I can read this, and the winner is. But even with the magnifying glass, I cannot read what this is.
Yeah, she says she's even saying the readings.
Yeah. Okay. Just make a new one. Just make a new one. You can actually maybe make a new one from this one.
Do you remember her original channel? Do you remember her? She wrote to you like years ago. It was the travel. She has a travel agency.
Has a travel agency.
Remember that? She had it both combined.
Okay. So I'm not sure where this thumbnail's going. I mean, I understand it's aquarium. Especially on a phone, I'm not sure you can tell what this is. The people are just too far away in this one. So again, it's very, very easy to point out what's not looking good, and of course you can see that as well. We just, if folks like you didn't come in here and present me with this, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. So thank you. And peanut clusters look very good. Did a nice job on those. Let's go look at the home page. All right. You know, she's just going to hate me before the day's over here. everybody needs to go to her channel and subscribe so she comes back, because she's not going to like me. I absolutely hate this container that YouTube gives you about recent activities. If you're not real cautious, there may be things pop up in here that you don't want other people to see, because depending upon recent activities, it's not as bad as what it used to be. But it used to be, if you the recent activities, if you went and viewed a video, if you went and unsubscribed from a channel, all that stuff would show up in here. And I don't think it's as bad. It's not as bad as what it used to be, but I just do not like this container. I do not like popular uploads. We've talked about that here earlier. And this might be a good example. Popular uploads. Here's 3 years ago. Here's 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Also, what has Sandy's Adventures done for the past 2 years? Everything's old here. I don't like popular uploads. Now we're down to your playlist, and this is great. Here's your description in that playlist. Jumping out there, another one of your playlists with your description. Positive, positive. Playlist and description. Playlist and description. The problem I see with your collaboration playlist is I'm not seeing other channels that joined you in your collaboration. That's the only problem I have with this. And of course the vlogs, and so a lot of plus things, but I would get rid of recent activities. I would get rid of popular uploads. You can jump these around at any time. You can put some vertical, some horizontal. There's a lot of other things you could do here. But by all means, put together a trailer video. Sandy's Adventures. Biggest thing is your banner up here, because that definitely does not reflect well on you to anybody that tries to see your channel with a phone. Okay, Sandy's Adventures. Let's go grab the wheel again.
So I need to include the active videos instead of putting the playlist in the video description.
Okay, let me just go back. We're going to go to your playlist, because this is what you're talking about, I'm sure, is your playlist of collaborations. So if we go into your playlist here of collaborations, you are obviously in a collaboration where the context of the item is 3 new things we are growing this spring, and it says it's a collaboration. Okay, but who all was in this collaboration? If you were in this collaboration with Copper Kettle Farms, I would expect a video in this from Copper Kettle Farms. If Cecilia Jansen did this collaboration with you, I would expect to see a video of hers in here. So it appears to me, and I will have to say that this is almost suited for almost like subdirectories. But yes, this is really the only time you would expect to put other people's videos on your page, and that's during a collaboration. The Fiber Arts Tag collaboration. Well, I see that you have a video here, but perhaps Frugal Farmer channel is on your site, and they're going, oh, fiber arts tag collaboration. I've done some fiber arts. Let me see who else has done that. Well, there's no way for them to see because you've not included anything. The Sunflower Challenge. Maybe the Googler, maybe they grow sunflowers every year, and maybe they, well, I'll take that back, because this one is from Nick's allotment diary. Diary? Yeah. So that's obviously the rules, but where is your video from the Sunflower Challenge of 2018? See, I would expect to see your video from this, and I would expect to see anybody else that was in this collaboration. I'd expect to see all their videos here. Cookbook swap collaboration. Who wants to participate? Well, hey, if we participated, I would expect to see our video in there. So I think you see where I'm going with that. The 10 questions for homesteaders collaboration. Well, who all did that? And with some of these, there may be 20 or 30 or 40 different channels that participate. So that's what I would expect to see. Okay. Let's go grab the wheel again. Sanders Adventures, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you again. Mountain Trail Homestead, if you are out and about, stop at the gas station on your way home and get yourself a $1 lottery ticket, because it's your day to win. You've been picked twice here today. Almost 3 times. Little Mountain. We did the same thing with you. So if you are out and about, go grab yourself a $1 lottery ticket on your way home. All right. We're going to spin again. Allen Farm. Okay.
I'm going to give you one.
You're going to give me one?
Oh, wait. I'm going to consider. Sean in Alaska. If this comes up, you won't be voting.
Did we do Mountain Trail?
Yes.
All right. All right. You folks are going to see a little bit here. Change the timing. There we go. Okay, Farmer Brad. We're moving to Indiana.
Sandy, we're gonna do his, providing he's still in here, right before we shut down tonight.
All right, Farmer Brad, approaching 1,500 subscribers, 308 videos from East Central Indiana, a neighboring state of ours. Did I click on it? I thought I clicked on it. There we go. Very good banner. Will show up very well on phones and every type of device. And the logo is well done. Has a trailer video here that's 41 seconds in length. Great length. And I'm just going to go ahead and mention here, because I know that this is something he's proud of and does. Farmer Brad is I guess he's if he's not the manufacturer, it was his idea and is having them built, is these automatic chicken waters that he is showing here in this trailer video. We'll just play again here in the background.
And we have a link, a $3 off link to it in our description.
Yeah, if you check our description, we have a thing where you can actually save a few dollars. But Farmer Brad makes these chicken waters. We don't have chickens, so we don't have any, but we know some people that do, and they like them very much. So it's an automatic way to water the chickens. So let's go look at the About page and read the description here. And I see Sean is here.
You're not doing Sean. You didn't find me.
I know, but I'm just okay. So welcome to my channel. I'm Farmer Brad. Me and my family live on an 8-acre homestead in east central Indiana. My day job is a web developer, so I don't have a lot of time to do the chores on the farm. As a result, I have to find ways to optimize and make the farm work more efficient. And as a result, I invented the Farmer Brad Automatic Chicken Water. Okay. I don't know if Brad's in here or not, but I'm just, yeah. So I'm gonna talk about him here a little bit. Because this is not a hotspot, this is not the place to put this. I would just put check the link below. Contact us by snail mail. Snail mail address is fine in here. And then he says, I wear size extra large shirts, and if you'd like for me to wear your shirt in my videos, well, by all means, send them to him, and he will do that. Email address is here. It has links to his website, his Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, and his automatic chicken water, which is probably this right here. He's almost made his YouTube channel an advertising platform for that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess I'd like to see him expand this a little bit, because you sit down and chat with him. He's well worthy of a lot more content than what he has given you here. Playlists, well, he's got some that I may take issue with here. This weather time lapse, I see he's got 108 videos in this, so that has aroused my curiosity. It has no description. These are all his videos. So I want a description. I want to know what this is. Brad, by all means, put a description in this weather time lapse. To have that many videos, although many of these are very, very short. All right, so let's talk about, all these are short. Let's talk about short videos. And I think I would have seen this in this thing. So let's go ahead and talk about short videos right now. Just done a couple days ago. A 3-second video. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. You won't hear it, but I want to see. I mean, I understand what's going on, and this one's 22 seconds long. Let's go back to this 3-second one. The whole point is here, Brad, I'm not sure where you want to go with this, but I'm going to tell you, a 3-second video is not worth the time it took for you to make it, upload it, put a name on it. It just, and YouTube, I mean,
Don't they hurt your video?
yeah, they're not going to help your channel at all.
And Brad, I know he was here earlier, but he must have left his house.
Okay.
Just saying. Since it's already Tuesday.
But, yeah, you can't even get an advertisement that's 3 seconds in length. So, no, these are just, they're not helping you at all. On the other hand, you got a lot of great content in other playlists, your how-to videos. Just want to see if you have, well, it's a short description, but you got a description. So anyway, he's got a lot of content here. He's got a lot of good content. Video-wise, glancing at his thumbnails, briefly going over them. This Broody Chicken Tractor, easy to read, by Farmer Brad. I'd have just left it off. It's too small. This one, the outline on the letters, had you made that bigger, they would have stood out a little more. Good one here. Good facial expression. Good facial expression. This is another one. This Chicken Tractor's made easy. If you would have increased the outline on the letters, they would have popped better. It's still legible, but it's a little tougher. But you got a lot of good stuff in here, without question. Back on the home page, your 41-second trailer video. I'm not a fan of recent activities. We've already talked about that with some other things. Recent activities, I would not use this. How-to videos, one of your playlists, and you have the description here as follows. Another playlist, YouTubers using your chicken waters. This is perfect having it here, and let's, we'll just go ahead and give a shout out here to SSL Family Dad, Land to House, the Holler Homestead, and Big Bear Homestead, as well as Daddy Curb's Farm, and Texas Boys, and White House on the Hill, and Homesteading. They all use his product, and I'm sure that there's many, many more. Okay. So Farmer Brad, thank you for being here. And you and I, we have talked many times, so we'll continue to do that. Let's get. I'm sorry. Where? What? No. I've already changed it. No. What time is it? It's 6 minutes till, so who did you want? All right. Because I have a request from a beautiful gal sitting beside me here to do a channel. We're going to do that. Sean in Alaska. Sean in Alaska has 224 subscribers, got 36 videos, and let's go take a look at this. Sean in Alaska. The banner is a very subtle, unique banner. Like the looks of it. Will display properly across the board on all devices. Has a 35-second trailer video here that jumps right out. Let's go look at the About page. And the description reads as follows. I moved back to Alaska in 2013 to buy some land and build a cabin that would allow me to live pretty much debt-free. Things took a bit longer than expected, but I finally bought the land in 2018 and have started clearing it in 2019 to build. 2020 looks to be a very busy year. When the weather permits, I'll be working on my stick frame cabin, building the entire thing by myself. The plan is to be completely off-grid using solar and a generator for backup power. Should I not be able to work on the cabin, I will be exploring, playing, and sharing my little part of Alaska and life here on the Kenaya Peninsula. Some of the best fishing on Earth. I'm an all-season sort of guy, so no matter what time of the year it is, there will always be something to share. I release a new video every Monday at noon Alaska time. Thanks for stopping by. Sean in Alaska. And he has email address here, and Facebook, PayPal, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. Just go check out his playlist. It's got a couple of those. Food on the Weber. We'll just grab that one first at random here, and has a real nice description in here. And Sean, you got a private video here. Playlists are, they have two functions. It's an assembly of videos to make it easy to locate a topic. And they have two audiences. One is general public and one is yourself. So if you want to create a playlist of videos for you to look at that really nobody else has any business seeing, that's fine. Just create a playlist, make it private. Nobody knows it even exists except for you. That's where videos like this should belong. Let's look at Homesteading Skills for Everyone playlist. Another great description. Looks very good. Videos.
So that's next Monday PM EST.
Oh. Okay, so he's working ahead of himself. All right, let's look at the last 18 or so videos here. Okay, first thought. Before I even do thoughts, Sean, I have a question for you. This craft beer video, did this help you at all? I'm just curious. Has anybody picked up on that? Okay, in looking at the thumbnails here, a quick pet peeve of mine is duplicate thumbnails. And you have that here. One's titled A Short Test Stream. One of them's only 1 minute and 20 seconds long. I would be inclined to just even maybe delete this video. I don't know its content, but I'm guessing that you started and something came up, wasn't working right, and you had to restart the stream. I'm guessing that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thumbnail we made. And I just wonder if it helped him at all. And if he re-advertised that video once he put that thumbnail on it. But I'm not a fan of duplicating thumbnails. The thumbnail to me has to tell a story. This one I can see a generator face. I'm going to say that the composition could be a little better on this one. This one here that was just put out a week ago, the land in a kilt. I'm not getting anything from a thumbnail. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I'm not. Yes. Yes, you also lose the views. This one, you're too far away. The subject matter is too far away. It's not that it's out of focus. It's just that, okay, well, there's a truck in the background, and I don't know. There you seeing Irish soda bread, of course, beer bottles, the color bread or braided bread. I'm just in my thought. You just need to, speaking in very, very general terms, I'm going to say all your thumbnails could use a little bit of assistance. So, because this is the last one of the evening, I'm going to throw this link out here again. And that link is for this video put out by Daryl Eves that talks about thumbnails. And he gives examples within this. And he just gives an absolute great explanation as to what to do, how to produce, and what thumbnails get results. Give this a look. I mean, Daryl Eves, if you don't know who he is, you should know. He's been around YouTube forever. He has not only created channels that have millions of subscribers, but works with channels that has millions of subscribers, knows all of the big players. If a channel has over 1 million subscribers, they probably personally know Daryl Eves. I don't personally know him, but someday we would like to. Anyway, great individual, and he gives a great, to me, this is the best educational videos on YouTube never get views. People aren't interested in education. But I think that's why most of you are here, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. So, put the link in the description. We're going to come back to Sean in Alaska's thumbnails here. And let's go back to his homepage. And I like what you've done with your homepage. You have individually utilized a lot of your playlists. You've put them in both horizontal and vertical formats. This is another case of duplicate thumbnails. One of them is a welcome to the channel, and the other one says Alaska Day in the Life. But if you weren't looking at timestamps, you wouldn't know which video you were looking at here. That's one of the problems with duplicate thumbnails. And we've already talked about the short test stream. Okay. Sean, thank you so much for being here. Thank all of you for being here. Special thank you to everyone out there that is dressed in green. For those of you dressed in blue, we couldn't do our live streams without you. You guys are appreciated more than you know. If anybody out there would like to become a contributing member to Smudge's People, click that join button below, and you too can be dressed in green. Any proceeds from that are all, they go right back into the channel. We don't really make any money off of our YouTube endeavors, so that it all goes right back into it. We do this because we care about all you folks. So we certainly appreciate all of you that help us out. So having said that, do we know about next Monday yet? Next Monday is still a surprise. Maybe just us. Maybe just us. So everybody out there, wishing you the best. Have a great evening and a good weekend, and we will see you somewhere around the tube. Take care. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye, folks.